Hello everyone. So today we are going to start with the question K closest element of cheat code. This question has been asked K closest element and this question has been asked in past years in PayPal, Facebook, Amazon and Microsoft. So let's start with the question that we are given with an input say added 10, 15, 7, 3 and 4. But in question it's mentioned that it will be already sorted. So it will be given as 3, 4, 7, 10 and 15. X which is given is 8 and K which is given is 2. Now the X is that element about which we need to find out the K elements. That is we need to find out two elements which are closest to our 8. But 8 is already not in this array. So we need to check out that how we will be finding K closest elements to this particular given element. Now, when it comes to mind that we need to find out the closest element, like it sounds similar to a question like we need to find out the K largest element, which we could do using a heap, and it will surely let us to the time complexity of n log n. But let's try it out that how we will be doing it with a heap. So while doing with a heap, first thing which comes to mind is that this sort of heap we will be using. Either we need to use max heap or min heap. Now, how we need to decide that which sort of heap we will be using. But before choosing that, how we will be using this heap, this should be in our mind. So for using the heap, we'll be simply having pairs, both having the int data type. And next, what this pair will be storing? These pair will be storing difference and another will be storing the element corresponding to that difference. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that how we will be using this heap is that we will be choosing pair inside that heap and what that pair will contain is difference and what that difference is about. This difference is about x minus array of I. This will be the difference. And the element itself is our array of I. So next thing which is there is that how we will be doing all this and why we chose a difference. So see, in this example only, in this example, so in this example only, that how we were finding out the k nearest element to this particular x. See, we are given with the array with element 3, 4, 7, 10 and 5, 15. Now for finding k nearest element, we will simply be doing is the difference between our x and that particular element. So as our array is 3, 4, 7, 10 and 15, so we need to do the difference between both of them. So 8 minus 3 will be simply 5, 8 minus 4, 4, 1, 2 and it will be 7. So we need to check at which is the nearest element as 8 itself is not present. So with the least difference elements are these, that is 7 and 10. So our output will be simply 7 and 10. Now, how we will be finding out these outputs? Basically, if we use a max heap here, then what we will be doing is we could simply pop out the top elements and simply maintain a k-sized max heap. And while doing this, we could like let me give example in this only. When we are taking all these differences, as it will be starting from the first element itself, the difference is 5 and the element is 3. Then the difference is 4 and the element is 4. And then the difference is 1 and the element is 7. So as the size of the sheet exceeded, so our top element will be simply popped and our max sheet will be 4, comma 4 and 1, comma 7. Now we'll come to the next element, which is 10 and 2. So now it will be simply 4, comma 4, 1, comma 7 and 10, comma 2, comma 10. But as it is a max heap, so it will simply store the maximum difference at the topmost and then others in the decreasing order. So now again our max heap has exceeded the size limit, so it will pop out the top element. So after this our max heap will simply become 2, comma 10 and 1, comma 7. But there are other elements already left in our array, so we will be filling that also. So our max sheet will simply become 2, comma 10, then 1, comma 7, and then our next element is here with different 7 and 15 as the element. So max sheet will simply sort it again and it will become 7, comma 15, 2, comma 10, 1, comma 7. So as it has exceeded the k, so the top element will be simply popped and thus our max sheet will finally become 2, comma 10 and 1, comma 7. So our final answer will be 7, comma 10. This will be our final output. But now the thing is that we don't know that would it be in sorted order or not, because our question itself says that the answer should be in sorted order. So that's why wherever we will be storing the 7, comma 10, we need to sort it and then we need to return the answer. So that's why our whole solution will take for sheep, it will be simply n log n, where n is the number of elements of the array and the space complexity will be simply order of 1, because the return type is itself a vector. That's why it will be order of 1, even if we are using an auxiliary result array to store all these elements. Plus one more thing, there will be log of n also there, because we are sorting as vector. So our final complexity will be simply log of n into 1 plus n. If the number of elements is as much bigger, then it will be simply log of n into n. So this is a nice solution for doing this question. So let's first come up with a code, and after that we could discuss about the optimized approach. So this is the nice approach using the max heap. And this what we have taken is we have simply made our heap with a type pair of int and int of int, and because of this, as it is coding in C++, so by default it is a max heap. Now comes up the next part, that we need to fill up this max heap. By how we will be filling this max heap is by traversing the whole array, means our input array, and then when we will be traversing our input array, then we will be simply pushing the difference between the present element and the x element and the element itself, and then we will be maintaining the size of the heap by keeping a check by this condition, that when it exceeds the k, then the top element will be simply popped out, and like this manner we'll be simply filling up our max heap. Now comes the next part. that now our mark sheet is simply filled. So we need the answer. And now answer will be simply stored in this result vector because the return type of our uh, solution is, sorry, our function is simply vector of int. So that's why we'll be simply maintaining a priority queue in which if it is less than 0, its size is less than 0, and we'll simply come out of this loop as we are at every moment popping the elements. So by this we will be pushing the second element, that is our array element, to the result vector. And after that, as in the question it is mentioned that the result should also be in sorted ascending order. So that's why we need to sort this result vector and then we need to return the answer. So let's run this code. So it's accepted, and when we submit it, also this accepted. So now let's come up with the optimized approach out of this by utilizing the fact that the array elements are already sorted. Because the array elements are already sorted, so the first thing which comes to mind is that we could use either binary search or two-pointer approach. By rather using binary search, I will prefer two-pointer here. Let's come to how we will be using two-pointer here. So basically, let's take example from here only. At first example, that we are given with array equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and k equals to 4 and x equals to 3. So our output should be simply a vector of size k, and as x equals to k, so our output should be this 1, 2, 3 and 4. So one thing is there, that why we hadn't chosen 5 as our output, why we have chosen 1, because what we are doing is we are simply checking for the difference with the x element. The difference with the x element is with 5 is also 2, and the difference with x element with 1 is also 2. Here it is 1 and here it is also 1. But it is mentioned in the question that we need to choose an element which is simply having that a is less than b. So here if we take this and this, so 1 is already less than 5. So that's why we have chosen 1 rather than 5. So our output is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's take with the next example. In next example, our array is simply 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And let k equals to 4 and x equals to minus 1. This time x is not present in our array, input array. So again, as we are simply doing with the help of difference, so what we will be doing is checking the difference. So difference between 1 and minus 1 will be simply 2. Minus 1 and 2, as we need to take the absolute, that's why it is 2 rather than minus 2. Then 2 and minus 1 will be simply 3. And then 3 and minus 1, 4. 4 and minus 1, 5. And 5 and minus 1 will be 6. So next thing is that we need to choose the first 4 elements. So that's why we are choosing these, and the answer will be simply again 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now let's come up with a solution that how we will be doing it by two-pointer approach. As we need to do it by two-pointer approach, so what we will be doing is we'll simply, so we are doing it by a two-pointer approach. So again, as we need to use two-pointer, then what sort of two-pointer we will be using? So we will be using opposite pointers or same direction pointer. As here we need to find out that in this given array, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4, if we will be going in opposite direction, then only we will be easily finding out the nearest element to a particular element. That's why we are using opposite direction pointers here. So our left pointer will simply start from 0 and right pointer will simply start from n minus 1. And the next thing which is there is that how we will be approaching this question even while doing this. For that, as we are mentioned with a k size, so what we need to do is we need to simply maintain left right minus difference which should be equal to or greater than k, as then it will be greater than k, then it will be processing, and if it becomes equal to k, then we will be left with the set of k elements which will be our final answer, that is the elements which are closest to x. So the first thing which we will be doing is we'll check that if array of right minus x is greater than equal to x minus array of left, then we'll simply do right minus minus. That is, our rightmost element difference is much greater than the leftmost elements difference. So we could simply move our right element toward right pointer towards the left pointer so that we could easily come nearest to our x element. Else, what we will be doing is simply moving our left pointer towards our x element. So after doing all this, when we reach a point that our left minus right, that is absolute difference of both of them is equals to k, then we'll simply move out of the loop, and then we will moving out of this loop, we will be having the new values of right and left pointer, and we could use these elements to simply store the uh, result vector, which will be simply giving the answer to the question. So now we need again one more traversal. This time we will be traversing from I equals to left and I less than equals to right, and simply doing I plus plus and simply filling this result vector, that is result dot pushback array of I, because our result here is already sorted. And why it is already sorted? Because our input array was already sorted, so that's why we don't need to sort it again. We simply need to return our result vector. And after this, we are completed with our solutions. As on this right side also we are having this code, and I have already explained this code while doing all this. So next which is there is our time complexity. The time complexity of this solution is basically order of n. Here n refers to the number of elements of the array, and space complexity is simply order of 1. Why we are taking order of 1? Because the return type of the function is simply vector of int. So that's why the auxiliary array which we have took, that is our result, we are not counting it as the auxiliary space because it is requirement of the question that we need to return a vector of int. So these were the two approaches, that is one by using a sheaf, another one by using two pointer approach. And basically two pointer approach simply harnesses the condition of a sorted array. So that's why it is better to use this two pointer approach rather than using a sheaf here. But if the array was not sorted, then we could have used that heap solution. So this is all for now. Thank you.